Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. So I think we're going to be doing a quick collective reading. So let's see the general collective energies. I've been kind of drawn towards the Sabian symbols. We haven't used them in a little bit. So let's go ahead and get a Sabian symbol for the energy right now in the collective in general. Most important vital messages for the collective. Messages for the collective from the highest teams of light. Messages for the collective. Most important vital message. Oh, okay, we've got Aries. That's really interesting. And we have Cancer. Well, we do have Jupiter and Venus in Cancer, I believe, now, and we also have Saturn and Neptune in Aries, so kind of relevant for the current transits, it looks like. Let's go ahead and see. Let's start with Aries 3. It says, a cameo shows the profile of a man that suggests the outline of his country. Interesting. So some kind of patriotism, maybe? It says, commentary. Sorry, can you tell Mercury's in retrograde? A cameo profile is a simple yet strong definition of an individual's character. So maybe you're noticing that you're liking art that has like more shadowy or kind of just like a general outline of something, like maybe something's taking form or structure as well. Of an individual's character, shape, loyalties, and the role in life. So maybe you're playing with shapes in general in your style as well. The cameo suggests the appearance of a growing objective awareness of how someone fits into the larger picture. So maybe you're seeing the larger perspective. You may find that you or someone else has an important role that was has a more important role than was previously thought, or that you are imprinting your mark or possibly becoming a model of one's tradition, culture, thoughts, or ideas. So there's something about like becoming the idol, becoming the model of something, or courageously kind of showcasing your own self-will, your own personality, or something like that. You know, I love the light, but it's just a lot. Let's see. There's often a need to feel included or involved in the larger picture in order to feel whole or accepted. Taking the time to examine your place in society can bring about insights into just what is the big picture for you. Understanding and expanding your true place in the scheme of things can lead to actually having a much larger profile. This could be on any level, emotional, physical, mental, or spiritual. The country in that this symbol implies may not have national boundaries. There is a spiritual country, the ideological country, even past life countries. There are some people, so maybe you feel like you're being drawn to certain like different ethnicities or cultures because of past lives. There are some people, maybe you're like kind of rectifying or pulling back energy from past lives or remembrances or skills. There are some people who find their roots in a mixture of these places or realities and don't actually feel belonging to their actual homeland. This sense of having a place is often deep-seated and truly found in the individual's belonging to the essential self. How do you and others fit into the situation? Does your profile define you in a different way from what you like? Are you happy with the outline of your image? Picture who you want to be and what you want out of life. Using a pen and paper, draw your cameo, or just a picture what outline of your country should be, as it could be an interesting exercise. We are what we believe we are. What face are you showing to the world? Keywords: observing one's limitations, living a life that is large, atlases and maps, standing by oneself, allegiances with creed, religion, race or country, nationhood, brotherhood, the land, people in uniforms of any kind, the face of fighters who fought the good fight, and borders and limitations to activity. Identification at expatriates, the caution, stereotyping oneself or others, blindly following the dogma of parents, government, or officials. So maybe there's kind of this breaking of boundaries as well, or breaking out of some kind of confinement, not seeing the true essence of oneself, expecting to fit into some shape or model. So this could be not about trying to fit into a predetermined model, but creating your own self-will and identity, becoming identified with externals, or seeking recognition from others. So very interesting energy. This could be also about strong communication, Gemini energy. I believe we're going to get some Gemini energy. I think Uranus is in Gemini right now. And I think Venus is currently in Gemini, yeah. Or unless it's already transitioned into Cancer. But as a woman, I have no country. As a woman, my country is the whole world. Virginia Woolf. He worked like hell in the country so he could live in the city. Where he worked like hell so he could live in the country. What? He worked like hell in the country so he could live in the city. Where he worked like hell so he could live in the country. Yeah, it's kind of, that's interesting. So maybe you moved from a country-esque vibe to like a city, and now you're moving back to it's like never being happy where you are, right? A man's country is not a certain area of land, of mountains, rivers, and woods, but it is a principle and a patriotism to loyalty of that principle. George William Curtis. Socrates said he was not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. Plutarch. He who has an art has everywhere a part. Romanian proverb. I have never belonged wholeheartedly to a country, a state, or a circle of friends, nor even to my own family. Albert Einstein. All the world is a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and entrances. Each man in his time plays many parts. William Shakespeare. So very interesting energy. Let's get into Cancer number 2. Maybe there's something about changing the role you play as well. It says Cancer number 2. The second degree of the Sabian symbol, a man on a magic carpet observes vast vistas below. So a lot of travel, kind of expansion, a kind of freedom-esque energy here. We have commentary, a man on a magic carpet observes vast vistas below, is an image straight out of Arabian Nights stories. King Solomon would tell the wind where he wanted to go. So there could be something here about like high ceremonial magic, or kind of working with spirits or deities, or understanding higher kind of concepts. And the carpet would rise in the air, landing him in the place he designated. So kind of quantum jumping, or kind of jump. I don't know if you remember that movie Jump. It was like from the 2000s or something, but that was interesting. In the symbol, the magic carpet can elevate the man above everything going on in his life, making it possible for him to escape problems and fly above and away from them. So kind of flying away from the bullshit energy. He is able to see what's going on from a calm, possibly detached and rather creative state, with his imagination working strongly. So there could be something about, because 3 plus 2 is 5, which equals imagination and creativity as well, and connecting with the soul and happiness and joy. But 2 here with Cancer could be, Cancer is more of the emotional realm. 2 is Taurus, or self-worth, self-value principles here. So we have this kind of combination of Aries with Gemini, Taurus, and Cancer energies all playing a part here. But let's see, this could be about finance or self-worth. It says, Oracle, even though you may feel that there are many possibilities open to you and may be unable to proceed with realistic or grounded plans, leaving you in a state of limbo. Oh, okay, interesting. It's important to make sure that you are not somehow disconnected from reality. It may be that some of the vast vistas there that are observed are really only fantasy, imagination, or wishful thinking. There may be more, so there could be something about taking part of the local things, because the 3 here can rule your local community as well, or people that are closer to you maybe. It's important to make sure that you are not somehow disconnected, right? And maybe that some of the vast vistas that are observed, right? There may be more inspiration in your mind's eye than can be translated into real life. I don't think so. Anything you can create, whatever your reality is created from your mind. So, on the other hand, you are probably in a state of heightened awareness and have a broad overview of the situation, which gives you an opportunity to plan for future action. Try to accept any positive opportunities that are offered, but allow yourself time to put these opportunities into perspective. So maybe there's something about a lot of new kind of options, and you kind of have to compare them with the larger schematics and of how it fits in. Is this the right part? Is this the right tool? What is really possible now? There may be feelings of isolation. Perhaps you're running away from the truth of feeling that you're the only one who can truly see the whole picture. What? There may be feelings of isolation. Perhaps you're running away from the truth or feeling that you're the only one who can truly see the whole picture. It is probably not best to rush into anything permanent now, which makes sense. There's a lot of retrograde energy, especially in Mercury, Saturn, and Neptune. Mercury rules commerce and communication and contracts. Saturn rules commitments. This is something that you have to work through slowly and carefully. So be careful of any opportunities at this time as well. Like maybe don't go on your first instinct at this time, because so much retrograde energy. It's kind of a time to really check with your instincts. Is this something right, or are you just desperate, right? Remember the privilege of being given the opportunity of such an elevated view. Take some time, look around, but remember to come back into reality when it's time. Keywords: elevated observations and heightened feelings, having faith in the good things, not wanting to see the ugly truth of reality, UFOs and aliens. Interesting. I heard, though, from some psychics, basically, aliens don't like to be called aliens. I think they consider themselves angels or something. But anyways, escapism. We have perspective, imagination, out-of-body experiences, dreams, seeking at transcendence, astral projection, and the dream of far destinations, film and video. The caution: feeling above everything and unaffected by situations. Feeling above it. Okay, interesting. Losing touch with reality, missing the point, trying to avoid what's going on. Peter Pan attitudes, not feeling responsible for anything. Longing for something magic to happen. Bugging devices. Living in a fantasy world. This could be in your networks or connections, organizations. This could also be about letting go of maybe something that you once relied on for finance, or this could be about new growth in those areas as well after the shedding, after the letting go. It says, a field cannot be seen from within the field. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Albert Einstein. What if everything is an illusion and nothing exists? In that case, I definitely overpaid for my carpet. Woody Allen. I know of no more encouraging fact than the unquestionable ability of man to elevate his life by conscious endeavor. So this could be about like consciously like pushing your imagination into reality as well, and forging forward and bringing those structures, right? Because everything that you see around you is once an idea. Caution: cape does not enable user to fly. So this is kind of about being still grounded, though. Batman costume warning label. So maybe Batman. I posted a video on my channel's post tab about Batman the Great edit that Happy Summer Films made. Tis distance lends enchantment to the view. Yeah, so maybe you think that like something's better somewhere else, but maybe realizing that you can work with what you've got locally could be important. And robes the mountain in its azure hue. Azure hue. Okay, Thomas Campbell. Let him who elevates himself above humanity say, if he pleases, I will never compromise. But let no one who is not above the frailties of our common nature disdain compromise. Interesting. Henry Clay. And we have, yeah, so very interesting energy to get collectively. Let's continue be in our little reading. I just hadn't used these in a while, so I was kind of curious. Very interesting. The magic carpet. Who was the other one? Aries 3? Magic carpet. A cameo, that's what it was. The shape of something. Maybe you're taking, like, you're bringing form, or you're getting inspired from, like, ideas or something like that. Kind of like I'm seeing also like bees pollinating flowers in a field, so there could be something about collaborating with others or working together for like a larger goal. Let's see, collectively, what's the energies? What are the energies for the collective energies right now? Messages for the collective. Also, something about getting out, exercising could be important. You could be focusing a lot on your finance at this time, attracting greater finances, enjoying pleasures. Yeah, Sun here, very strong energy with the Queen of Pentacles on the Sun here. There's some kind of like openness, acceptance, kind of that higher perspective almost. It looks like almost, doesn't it? Like he's very peaceful. He's away from everything that could ever bother anybody. It looks like. Yeah, there's something about boundaries here, protecting something. Anything else for the collective? Yeah, somebody could have like attacked you or tried to attack you. That's just for the collective. These could have been multiple people or people rallied up. I'm getting like pitchforks almost energy. It's kind of like, this is my swamp. Isn't that how Shrek starts? Yeah, there's going to be something about work or where you're investing your energy or time. Yeah, you could have been doing this in a very burdensome way or with the wrong people or something like that. Yeah, somebody might want to apologize for some kind of burdens, but I feel like you're letting go of something as well. Like you're almost emotionally completely detached from it is the energy that I'm getting. So that's interesting. I don't know. Collective messages for our collective people and placements. What are them? Oh, good lord. 10 of Wands, yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry, I almost dropped this card. 4 of Cups. You could be rejecting something that was bringing you a lot of burdens, or just rejecting your investment in it, honestly. Somebody could have had a big temper, or like they created a lot of like, I'm seeing Carrie Underwood's song, what is it? It's like the one where she's in a little house and it gets blown away by a hurricane, and then she comes out at the end of the music video and she's like all free. What is it called? I don't know. I might link it if I remember to, or if I watch this video back. But I feel like you're free of something. Yeah, it's because it's like the sun. It's like moving beyond the storm, much stormy time in the past, maybe even a flooding energy, to clarity, to dryness, to heat. Okay, anything else for in happiness, and it's kind of like now you've got the sun and you've got the water, so you're able to balance both and kind of nourish yourself and heal. Yeah, they're very interesting. You could have walked away from something very petty or vengeful as well, and there's some kind of healing going on as a result. Yeah, this could have been a love situation. This could have been someone very defensive as well. Very defensive. I'm getting like a cat, like an angry cat. Like, I don't know. I don't have a cat. My sister had a cat when I was growing up, and I had a cat as well. My cat was great. But her cat was a fucking asshole. Like, and it reflected her personality so much, so well. So I don't know. Sorry. My cat was totally like me though, like super energetic. Went out, brought me stuff. Was hunting. She could jump really high. Yeah, this could be somebody you got involved with at work or something like that, or like oh shit, a coworker. Yeah, they could have came for your neck because this card almost like came at me like it was trying to slice my neck. So death. Yeah, this person was like trying to initiate some kind of ending for you or something, or this person like guided you towards some kind of rebirth energy. This could have always been divinely destined as well to happen in this way. There's some kind of like transmutation. Like you can see like the carcass is almost picked clean. So there's something about like almost something's almost empty or gone or over. Yeah, this person could have been preying on you for quite some time as well. Yeah, they were doing something really petty. They could have been trying to hurt you, or they're just very defensive. Like this person might have had issues with intimacy or something like that, or sex, or and I'm getting like finances too because of this lack of intimacy. They can't get close to people, which impacts their finances or something like that. Yeah, it could have impacted like their job or their work. Collective. Definitely moving away from some kind of pain with the Ten of Swords sideways, healing. Yeah, you can even see like, I don't know, that bird looks so graphically like somebody was trying to stop your ascent or stop your flight. You could have had to go silent on this person with the High Priestess there. This person could have been trying to wrap you up in something as well. It could be a Scorpio energy. It looks like you've made a decision about them. Yeah, Two of Cups in the reverse here. You rejected this like lack of love. There was like no feeling of love. Maybe this person has an issue with like expressing their emotions or even, feeling that. Because people who don't love themselves can't love others, really. This could be somebody from the past. And they might have past issues as well that holds them back as well. Like something from childhood or something. Collective. Six of Pentacles. So this could be some kind of need to defend something at work or a new position. Also need to defend your worth because somebody might be trying to shortchange you. So just be careful of that. Like if you sign up with a contract, make sure it pays enough or something like that. Yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse here. There was just like a lack of self-care. Self-care, interesting. I didn't mean to say that. So maybe you were having a lack of self-care in the past. Like this was so burdensome to you that it was causing you to neglect yourself just to deal with the emotional trauma of it all. So that's horrible. And this person could have like really did not give you love, is what I'm getting as well. Like very immature energy, just not enough. This person could have been breadcrumbing you or something, but don't think they're impacting you now with the Empress here. I think you're in a much more stable position, or you're getting there, especially with this kind of clarity coming through, this kind of sun energy here, attracting better finances and resources, and protecting yourself with the boundaries here of the Seven of Wands. You might need to protect your job or position. There could be like haters or people that want to like take away your opportunities, or could be threatened by you. So just be careful and keep and try to learn the lessons of the past. Don't repeat it. Yeah, you need to heal something. You need to really understand a lesson here because you're doomed to repeat it if you're not. It could be about men in general, like people in positions of authority. Yeah, be careful of who you work with or how you work with them. Like, don't think everybody's like chummy chummy. Really discern who's for you, who's not, and that takes years, and it might take So, all right, collective. Very interesting energy. How does this fit in with our Sabian symbols that we got? We got Cancer there, which was all about distant lands. Maybe you're escaping something. And then we also had Aries, which was about the shape of something. Maybe somebody was trying to erode at your image as well, because there's something about your reputation, at least in your career, that could be important here. Like you could have had haters that were gossiping about you or trying to like sabotage you in your work or something like that is the energy I'm getting. I feel like the more that you're unbothered by this, the better as well. Like not letting this affect you as well, cutting it off, having boundaries could be really important as well. Somebody's watching you. They're very interested in your finances or something like that. All right, let's get you one of these for the collective. This is just for this collective. We have service in the reverse, exactly. Like this is about protecting. This is about getting what you're worth. This is not about like, this is not a time to be a volunteer. You could have been a volunteer before, but now you're kind of learning like that's not respectful of myself, maybe to like give myself for nothing. You know what I mean? Like what is that sending out in my reality? What is that sending out in my consciousness? Anything else for the collective? Ooh, study. You could have been in a stage of study or learning a lot at this time. We have the big picture here coming out. Very interesting. I think there's a new opportunity on its way to you as well. But there's a lot of darkness still surrounding this. Like it's kind of giving like the portal is there, but you haven't quite reached the light yet. You might need to protect it as well. There's something about like protecting the channel towards this or protecting your path towards this could be really important. You could be getting like, it's kind of giving like going through a dangerous kind of forest or something. So you've got to be a little careful because there is predators around you. And so you might have learned a lesson about these predators and how to deal with them or how to have better boundaries or how to carry a gun maybe or whatever. It's giving like Red Riding Hood is getting a gun. You know what I mean? Like maybe she was constantly just freaking getting off path, like eaten by wolves or whatever. So anything else for the collective? The Great Crumble, exactly. Just after we said Red Riding Hood, interesting. Red. So much red there. Great Crumble. Someone could have tried to trap you. I'm getting Rapunzel energy now. Anything else for the collective? This could have been a family member or just a repetitive pattern. Yeah, always fair in the reverse. So this was blissed out in the reverse. This is something not fair. You weren't having a good time in it either. Sneaky in the reverse in the future, though. So you could be moving away from something sneaky or moving into more clarity going forward and not letting sneaky people into your life or into your future either. So let's get you a last oracle message for the collective. Messages for the collective. This is the wrong deck. Collective, last messages for the collective for their highest timeline from the most highest angels and teams of light. Mulch manure, exactly. So you could be like really transmuting or turning any of this darkness into something more fertile for going forward, or a real richness of your character that allows you to move with more strength and maturity going forward. So hardships are coming to an end. The seeds you sowed will be blooming soon. Wow. So you could be really sowing seeds in this dirty dirt, this shit, this garbage. I'm also getting a scene from, what's that movie? It was called it's something Bones. I think it's just Bones or something, and it's like about a guy who literally, I don't know if it's a true story, but it's heartbreaking. He lures a child in a giant field into like a tree house he builds, and then obviously he does horrible things and then collapses it in the ground so that nothing can be found. So you could have avoided something very dangerous as well. Someone very sneaky, somebody very not clear with you, or you weren't seeing them clearly is the energy as well. Let's see, 26. Improving circumstances, ability to hold more. 15, 16. This is somebody very abusive. Anyways, you have a new opportunity in your job. Mulch and manure downright stink. It isn't pleasant to work with, but it does serve a very useful purpose. In gardens, it helps improve soil conditions and increases the dirt's ability to hold more nutrients and water. So maybe you weren't able to kind of hold more because you weren't broken open and to become larger. Of course, manure is the result of animal waste, and there's nothing glamorous about that, but the results are undeniable. Brilliant flowers, ripe fruit, and a plethora of summer veggies make the muck and smell worth a little bit of discomfort. The obstacles you have lately faced are slowly improving your circumstances. The soil you were planting your seeds in before wasn't rich enough for your goals to thrive. You may have attempted to increase your finances, find love, change jobs, or experience more peace in your life only to find your hard work spoiled again and again. And when that happens too many times, the benevolent universe steps in to fill the life with fertilizer in the form of challenges, changes, and losses that ultimately result in new fertile ground. Beautiful energy, honestly. I'm seeing somebody cultivate a beautiful garden, maybe an archway or something. Oh, that's interesting because in that movie there was this focus on roses, and it was when Mark Wahlberg, who plays the dad, when he noticed his neighbor was trimming these roses, that like his intuition and the spirit of his daughter, who is now dead, was like passing him synchronicities to understand certain things, and he kind of pieced together that his neighbor was the one that had killed her. And because he years ago he remembers that in this memory that this neighbor was staring very strangely at his child, and yeah, so he kind of like yeah, and he noticed that the neighbor was setting up blinds like a hunter does. So anyways, the good news is that your hardships are coming to an end, and you will see sprouts shooting up very soon. In the meantime, do your best to understand the lessons your fertilizing period has taught you, because you'll have to start all over again if you don't learn how to maintain what you're growing. And there could be something about not becoming prey, because that movie, like, it ended very happily. Like, obviously she's in heaven now, and it was and was showing that, but she would likely have to reincarnate at some time, and there was a lot of karma that she was trying to resolve in her death as well during that movie. Um, so yeah, just be careful of who you're getting involved with, or learn the lessons about who to trust and not to, because we have be of service in the reverse. A lot of serial killers like to pretend they need your help, or they have something cool to show you, or come on, come over here. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I broke my arm. Please help me open the truck and climb up in there. Rotten decay on the bottom. It's interesting that I'm getting so much of this kind of energy, but it was a beautiful, and she kind of looks like her. That's interesting. It festers when left in the shadows. Bring it to life by giving it away. So you could be releasing a lot, forgiving yourself, moving through a lot of endings, a lot of changes, a lot of big shifts, but transforming beautifully. And even so, death, there's no such thing as death, because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So his daughter, yes, she's gone in this lifetime, but I'm sure she'll get reincarnated probably with him in another lifetime, right? So I hope you enjoyed this quick little collective. Let's get some extra messages for the collective. Something about protecting your future could be relevant. Anything else for the collective? I'm hearing that Shia LaBeouf song, the one where it's like running through the forest. Shia LaBeouf. Anything else? Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. Anything else for the collective? Maybe you got to see things funny. Someone could have like accidentally set you up for death, like, or something. Maybe this wouldn't have been like a past situation's fault, but the energy of that situation, the dynamics that it was. Maybe you have like a certain composite or synastry chart with this person. That means when you guys are together, these certain, like when you have, you notice like some people, it just like you guys are always lucky together. Like things, synchronicities play out beautifully. You understand each other. It's just easy. And then with other people, you notice just like when you deal with them, bad karma. Things are going awry. Things break down constantly. So pay attention to that as well, because it's going to attract situations. But anyways, it says, keep it tight-lipped. So you might need to protect something from the past as well. Allow courage to push you forward, expand, and explore. Healing your hormones. So you could be like, what do you call it? Like nerve system regulation. Healing yourself. Prioritize your peace. Beautiful. So you could be understanding, journaling, letting go, shedding, clearing. Don't be pressured. So maybe somebody was trying to pressure you. I think that's what happened to her in the movie when when he was like, no, come in. And he was like, oh, well, why don't you just come on down here and look at my treehouse? And she felt pressured and she wanted to leave and he wouldn't let her leave, obviously. She died. Amen. They never wanted you to shine. Your your peace triggers them, but maybe your people too. Like maybe you have people around you that support you that trigger them as well. You bring me peace, of course, because they're taking yours, right? I'm sure that guy had a great time, whatever he was doing. They were jealous, petty, and spiteful. They bring nothing but drama. Day late, dollar short. So they're still broke, if you're wondering. Fear the love of For the Love of the Game movie. So this is a movie with Kevin Costner, kind of finishing his baseball career after having a very severe injury and retiring. Wanted to steal your resources so you couldn't rise. Give yourself lots of love. Time to get over it. So it's time to let something go. Just kind of like that movie was a big kind of, it's about spirits that kind of have to, let it go. And it's so difficult, I'm sure. Continue to manifest your desires. But we can't loop. We can't loop. Continue to manifest your desires. They are shocked you did the right thing with your life, right? Because this person maybe didn't know you had the strength to. Destined villains overcome. Yeah, so these people could have been set on your path as kind of like bosses, like in a video game that you had to overcome and take down. Maybe you're there to serve them, a certain level of karma or a certain kind of balancing of the universal scales. Never go back. They would push you down the stairs. I mean, that's funny. That's not funny, but the place where she gets murdered, it's in the ground, right? He builds it in a cornfield. It's like a treehouse under the ground, and there's stairs, and it's a crazy scene. I'll link it if I remember it. Wants you only for sex. What is it called? Beautiful Bones or something? I don't know. Enjoyed watching you suffer. Your optimism keeps lighting a clear path. Beautiful. And but the thing about her was she was so naive. Her optimism was a little too much. But what do you expect from a child, right? Professional scout. So somebody could be scouting you out. Use your discipline, or you could be scouting your desires out and continue to manifest your desires this year. So I hope you enjoyed this collective. Thank you for joining me. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal using the Buy Me a Coffee link or leave a tip through there. Oh, I think it's called The Lovely Bones. Good luck. Take care.